Boo! Well, it's morning. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, guys.
So, we are Gary.
And Mary. And
we are Junk to Gems Homestead. Today, we're going to bring you along on a setup here. I'm going to show you what we're doing. We've installed a Starlink over here on the tiny house. So, we want to show you there. And right now, we've got it temporarily set up. This is our makeshift setup here. And it's working. So we are going to dig a trench today. First we're going to be setting it on a pole, and then we're going to be digging a trench along here and all the way over to the side of the house, all the way over here, and then we're going to be running the cable all along the bottom here over to this nice little clump of cables over here, and then get the router put inside the house. So we're going to bring you along for that ride and show you how Starlink is set up. Now, just that temporary setup we've got there, as you can see the trees out here, we've got a few obstructions right there. So it's nothing major, but if we get it about another 6 feet off the ground or so, we should be good. So other than that, the thing is working excellent right where it is, but it's just not stable, and it keeps telling us we have one obstruction. But the internet speeds are just incredible, especially for out here. She had an old dish that was right here. You'll see it in that video, other video, or maybe even part of this video. We're not sure yet if we're going to put them all together at once or not, but so that old internet just was worthless pretty much. So this new internet, she's extremely happy with it. So if you got a few extra bucks and you want good internet for being in the woods, Starlink is the way to go. So we're going to set you up and we're going to start digging. Well, at least the lime rock isn't as thick here. Over there, that thick lime rock. Working on a hole now, working on a hole. Working on a hole now. Whoop, I gotta get down. Just shut up. Ta-da! We got her set. So now the fun part, getting her in the hole and getting her lined up and all that good stuff, and concrete and da. So as you can see with our added height here, we got her up here quite a ways. We'll probably tighten these bolts down a little bit more here. Yeah, I'll probably snug these down, but I think once I get the foam and what have you in there, it'll stiffen all that right up without a problem. Now if I can just get Sunshine here to hold it.
Okay.
I'll grab a bag. No, I will not do it. Will not be telling me what to do.
Yes. I try, guys. It don't work. Just trying to give him pointers.
Alright.
Okay.
Gotta be level, so you really
Okay,
gotta.
that's what I'm.
This is what we like to call in the business a semi-dry pour. I will put a little water in this once I get her about where I want it.
Looking good so far, guys. So yeah, like you said, we're gonna add some water to it. And we'll put some more dirt on there. So we got the concrete in there. And we're going to be adding water in just a second. So if, as you can see, concrete. And Gary's adding water. To do the finish. And we'll go from there, right, Gary?
Yep, I'll add this water here. Let me get out my cool tool. Alright, we got my handy bob really cool tool. Now that I've got the water in the hole, what I like to do is after packing that a little bit, I'll just get in here and just kind of mix this concrete around just a little bit in here. And just kind of give the water little holes to get down in. You don't really have to mix the concrete on a dry pour like this. You don't have to worry about mixing it up and pouring it in like you would, like you're pouring a slab or anything. You just get her in there, mix it around a little bit. And the water will pretty much seep down in there and do its thing. Sometimes I'll even take a hammer and just pound it down in there a little bit, give it like little places for the water to go in. And it only takes a minute to do this, so you just get her in there good. And when you got a little extra water laying on there on the top like that, when you pour your second batch, and you just do the same thing. Just kind of stick it in there and mix it up a little bit. Now when I'm doing poles like this, I like to leave a little bit of concrete out of the ground so the grass doesn't grow up into it. Makes it easier to weed eat. So I'll just do that and then I'll tap it around. Basically, I just create a little divot in there, and then I'll water that down. And I add my last little bit right on top, and just kind of create like a little bump around it. Like I said, all this does is just to keep the weeds from growing around it. And people kind of know where it's at. Try and make it look pretty if you can. You know, take a little pride, take a little pride. Just like that, folks. And I'll take this excess dirt and haul it off. And we'll leave that right here for right now. And the next step is to dig the ditch from here all the way over to there so all of this cable can get buried in there. On this part right here, all we're gonna do is just take their thing and keep somebody from cutting the cable with a weed eater. So from there on, we'll just dig that from there over. Oh, no more bullets. No biggie. All right. And for those of you that don't know, when you get concrete on your hands, get it off, okay? Because it's not good for your skin at all, and it'll dry your hands out so fast, especially if you're not used to it. It will dry your hands out with a quickness. So try not to do that. All right, well, we're gonna get a shovel out here in a minute, and we're gonna start digging. I need a little quickie break, so I'll bring you back in a sec. They got to go right there to the corner of the pole, then over.
That's what you should have left yourself like.
I don't want to have to be dodging it.
No. I'm not gonna dodge it.
You just pulled it. You just pulled it right up out. You just pulled it right up out of my concrete and everything over there.
Oh shit, do I?
That's why I said leave it alone. don't know if she got a flat hole over here or not.
All right, we got our wire all dug in.
Now we're just doing the install of the wire here. This is the part that goes into the house. We're trying to keep that pretty neat along there. And the Starlink, when you buy the install kit right here, you can see it comes with all the stuff to get it inside the house. Getting the old stuff off is the challenge.
What is up to?
Well, I guess at this point, I don't really see any reason to keep that. Ouch. Bloody skeeter trying to bite me in the top of the forehead here. Damn. We're bad over here now.
Yeah, you might want to hurry up on this part because I seen them bad earlier.
Yeah.
See if you can do any bloopers.
Bloopers would be smacking myself in the face with the skeeter trying to get me because they're huge over here. Good Lord.
They are.
Have a dripper down moment just over a mosquito. Damn. All right. Time to change the bullets.
I got it all in, man.
Okay. Here's where a lot of people make a mistake. Whenever you're putting these in here and you're going through the side of your house, always bring it down and create what they call a water loop. Okay, which is basically that right there.
Say water loop.
That's what they call a water loop, yep.
So that's a water loop, guys.
And that just pretty much all that does is just keep the water from the rain hits the cable, keeps it from going into the house.
Okay.
And keeps it also from running down the rest of the cable, and because water will travel.
Go ahead. I just paused it.
Then we win.
Go ahead.
And you can do it with just tape, zip tie, whatever you want to use. Just create a little water loop there. Just like I said, it just helps when the rain comes down. It just helps that water just kind of stay to the bottom. And this way it won't follow either trail, up or down. Or no, it won't really go up, but you know, it won't go anywhere to the house. It'll just follow itself down to the ground. Alright. Now we got that done. We'll get us some silicone. Maybe. Oh. Helps if you put it on the right way. Gotta be smarter than I told you playing with, Gary. So normally you'd have just a regular 5/8 hole right there. That'll seal up, but I'm just trying to use the old hole that we had there. And here's a little tip for you. When using silicone, okay, you have to poke it. When you're using regular caulk, you don't have to poke it. And I say regular caulk, like latex caulk or anything like that, you don't have to poke the hole. But silicone, you have to poke the hole. And you would be surprised how many people that I run into that don't get that. So you just pull. Most of these caulk guns have a little tool right here on the side, and just poke it a few times. Voila. Then you get that cool little nasty skunky, whatever you smell you want to call the silicone, because oh my god, it's nasty. Then we'll just pull this out just a little bit right here. We're gonna put a little bit all the way around it there. And we're gonna bury it up in there like that. I'm gonna put some on the bottom. Put some on the top. We're really not caring what it looks like on the outside right here, as long as it don't go inside. Ta-da! Ooh, and I just made a mess. Now that part's all installed, and I guess we're gonna finish smoothing out our dirt out here, clean up our mess, and go inside, hook up the phone to the whole thing there, and we're going to let her do her thing. A nice thing about these next gen, or they call them Gen 2 Starlinks, is you just kind of get it in the right area that you want it. And then you use the app on your phone, you scan the sky, and you know, it'll show these little dots coming down everywhere. If you watch a video on them, you'll see that part. But these are pretty simple. Do not try to adjust the dish on that little pole by yourself. It will do it automatically. If you do try to do it by manually, you'll break it. There went 600 100 bucks, whatever they are now. So just a little word of advice, don't do that. Just put it on the pole, get a general direction where you want it, and let it do its thing.